Let's just hope they don't wake up. Fucking stiffy. What? Are we stiffied up? Oh, I forgot my fucking iPad. Fuck's sake. I don't know. I'm not really prepared for this. So. Well, what if we just do your solo episode and I'll just sit here and watch it and just sit here and watch it and drink? Oh, I thought you said. Oh, you lied to me then? You said you had one all prepped. You said you had one all prepped. I can move this over too. I'm also mumbling, so. There's one of those times where you just got to get every
This is a
drop.
perfect way to start. Welcome to Booze and Ballin'. That's a bottle kill to start the episode. You go.
Absolutely.
Figure if you're not vigorously shaking the bottle, you're not
Welcome to Fantasy Football Shaken.
not stirred. Oh, I
I
just
mean,
hit
I
it.
just shook the hell out of that one though.
Shake it till it's
Hang
done.
on, I'm still getting set up here. How did we? This has been a rough day for me.
It's been a day.
Just to say that out loud.
It's been a rough day for anybody because fantasy football.
It's been so rough that we're gonna chase it with a little Wild Turkey 101 tonight.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Because we had that on an episode before, and I did like it. I liked it, so
I did too. I'm not.
it wasn't bad.
I was never a fan of the regular wild turkey, to be honest with you. But that
Yeah,
stuff I did like.
and I gotta start killing some of these bottles off my shelf, man. I got
Oh, because then your
too
shelf's
many
gonna look
opened.
empty as hell.
Well, it means I can put new stuff in there.
Fair enough. Hey, say something. I'm gonna adjust your audio level. Say something to me.
I need to say something to you so you can adjust my audio levels.
I think it sort of worked, but if it didn't work, then things happen.
Um,
It's okay.
it, it is
So
what it is. I'll try and scream and
see,
wake
this
my
is an
kids up.
off day because fantasy's basically over. However, there
Hmm.
are some leagues that still do week 18.
It really needs to be over. If you're still playing it, why?
The week 18 is a dumb. When I originally set up a league, I accidentally did it where we played playoffs in week 18. It was horrible. It was such a bad idea.
Well, yeah, because usually the guys that are winning the championships for you pretty much have a bye already, or have already locked up their division, or like imagine having Saquon Barkley going into a championship game and being like, he had the Giants, he should be killing it, and now I get nothing.
Well, and then yeah, and like CeeDee Lamb last week, you didn't have him, but this time it's your whole team. But you still have daily
Right.
fantasy,
Hey, I won last week without CD Lamb, so
which is pretty damn impressive. But the nice thing is we still have daily fantasy, and this is where this is a good time to talk about those playoff leagues. Like, the fuck did that just reset?
like the pick one and done, don't get to use
Yeah,
them
like
again.
I'm in two different styles. I'm in the one where you pick a new roster every week, but you use them and you lose them. And then I'm in another
Yep.
one where you pick a big roster. It's like these two quarter. There's 14 teams in the league, so there's
Okay.
14 or in the playoffs. So there's 14 positions. You have two quarterback, two defense.
Okay.
Then you have, I think, three running backs, three wide receivers,
Spit it out.
two tight ends, and two kickers.
Okay.
And you have to pick one from each team. So you have 14 teams, 14 players. Each position is different. One from each team, and then you can move forward from there. So, and then you have you know what the scoring is. So obviously you want a quarterback. Most people pick they'll pick a Mahomes thinking he's going to go far. They'll pick a Josh Allen thinking he's going to go far, and then they'll
Mm-hmm.
pick guys like Pickens at wide receiver, hoping he has a big week one, knowing he might be out or something like that. So it's kind of cool. And
I
you're allowed
gotcha.
like this one, you're allowed 4 entries or something like that, so you can kind of
Here.
adjust your team several. But that's a fun one too. But that's the
My
stupidest
favorite
one.
format that I saw that I've played in fantasy playoff wise was you pick a team at the very beginning, and now you can pick guys in week one in the round. I should say round one, not week one, that
Route one.
have a bye. But like the more rounds you use a player, you gain a multiplier for that player. So like let's say who has the buys? Did Minnesota end up with the bye? They get one seed then?
No, they flex that game to Sunday night.
Okay. Oh, that's right. We still haven't decided that. So whoever has the first round bye, let's just say it's Minnesota, and you take Justin Jefferson. Yeah, he won't play week one, but then his week two numbers are times two. And then, yeah, he might not play. And then if he wins and goes to week three or round three, then it's times three. And then they make the Super Bowl is times four.
So you're
So basically,
ideally
you're trying to pick who's going to play in the Super Bowl, basically, and just ride all of those
so ideally
players.
you want to pick it's the NFL, so you want to pick the Chiefs.
Yeah, right. Yeah, or whoever you think is going to make the Super Bowl. I really hope they don't.
I don't think they do. I have a weird.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
if the NFL scripted, it's really bad for the NFL for the Chiefs to make it again.
They don't look like a championship team, even though they're 15. It's probably the worst 15-1 team I've ever seen in my life.
They
Is
are
it
the
16-1
worst
now?
back-to-back championship team I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
In 40 years of watch, they are not.
They were a better football team when Tyreek Hill was on the team.
Agreed, and they're not statistically or position-wise. They're not good. They're not a good team. That's what's crazy about it. They're not
They have yet to score over 30 points this year.
they got usually one good receiver, one good running back. Their line's good. Their defense is decent, and they got Mahomes. But they're not.
Yeah,
They
their
don't match
wide
up.
receiving core actually doesn't look that bad right now. With Hopkins now playing better, you got Hollywood Brown back. Worthy's coming into his own.
That Hollywood Brown coming back, I do like.
Yeah, and I think that really opened up Worthy. And like I said, I think he's just learning the game at the NFL level. He looks so much better over the last few weeks.
So we'll talk about the scenarios of how they're going to go here, but as far as for week 18, if you're strict week 18, this is a great time to for underdog and stuff like that and daily fantasy. It's interesting. You got games.
Sorry,
that
my
matter.
ring light is flickering. I feel like
something went weird. I thought your eyes got AIDS or something weird.
Well, that too.
Would you say that your ring light is being aggressive, like a horny male actor?
Where are you going at with that?
I don't know. We need more viewers in here before we cross that bridge.
I was gonna say, where my lighting is all fucked. Oh, whatever. I was gonna say something. We're not going to.
As far as for daily fantasy and your underdog stuff, it's a great week to take risks on players. This is that week where Jahan Dotson or Kenny Gainwell is gonna win you money.
No, they won't. Kenny Gainwell maybe, but Jahan Dotson will not.
Well, he's going to be wide receiver one.
Yeah, he's been wide receiver one before and scored 3 points.
Yeah, but not against the Giants.
With Kenny Pickett as the quarterback now. Come on, don't be doing this to the people. Don't be doing this to the people.
I like Kenny Pickett. I don't think he's a starting quarterback, but I like Kenny Pickett's arm talent.
I don't hate Kenny Pickett. I don't hate Kenny Pickett. I did not say that about Kenny Pickett. I said I do not like Jahan Dotson.
No, I'm just saying that I like Kenny Pickett, and I definitely like Kenny Pickett's arm talent better than Jalen Hurts' arm talent. I wish you could take.
I don't know. I can't go that.
He's a better thrower of the football than
I disagree with that.
Then why do the receivers do better with Kenny Pickett? Why are
Because
the
they throw
balls?
more often
Why do
with
they
Kenny
catch
Pickett.
more balls? Why do they have a less drop rate? Why are the passes more accurate? He's a more accurate passer than Jalen Hurts, except for the deep ball.
Prove it. Prove it.
They just did it the last 2 weeks.
Mm-mm. How many yards did he throw for?
I'm not talking about yardage because Jalen Hurts.
Oh, I thought it was about the stats and all the completion percentage and all the
If it
bullshit
was
that you were
about
just talking
yardage,
about.
then Jalen Hurts would be ranked horribly because he does not have shit for passing yards this year.
No, but what's his? Okay, what's the QBR?
So you
It's the only.
can't
I guess
say.
it's the only rating that we can really go with.
What I'm saying is his passes, he's
I
better
need
at
to know
finding.
the numbers.
If you watch football, you can't argue this fact. The biggest complaint about Jalen Hurts is if read one, like if A.J. Brown is read one on a play,
Mm-hmm.
9 out of 10 times that ball is going to A.J. Brown whether he's open or not. He can't.
See, I think he holds it and takes it sack more so than forcing it in.
Okay.
Because sometimes you almost want him to force it into AJ Brown
Or throw the damn thing, away.
or throw it out of bounds. Yeah,
What I'm
correct.
saying is the one thing that Kenny Pickett, and I even noticed it with how the fuck this third stringer's name is, can check through the receiver progressions better than Jalen Hurts. Which is
I would
his
agree with that
complaint since
part.
college.
But that's not what you said.
Yeah,
You said he was a better thrower of the
he's
football.
more
Like
accurate
that's
in
the only
short
thing.
ball. He's more accurate in the short ball.
I'll give you that. But
Hurts
Jalen
throws
Hurts
the deep
throws,
ball.
yeah, his deep ball. But that's really all he needs with his style of play.
Right,
He just
but
needs to
I'm
be able to hit that
saying,
long one every now and then.
You can't tell me that Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown these last 2 weeks, like A.J. Brown getting 15 targets.
Yeah.
With Kenny
And
Pickett,
Devonta went for like 30 some fantasy points.
both of them did better because they were getting more balls because he threw more passes and he was finding them when they were open when they weren't the main read. And that's what I wish that if Jalen Hurts could do that, I would finally consider him to be elite. That's why I can't consider him to be elite, and that's why I fight with people about this because he's
Yeah.
not that way. But
It's crazy too because that is a very good topic of Jalen Hurts being elite or not. Because it's
the
like
fact that A.J.
it's
Brown
back to like. Sorry, go ahead.
You go.
I was gonna say it's back to like Joe Flacco status. Like, was he elite? Like, I know two totally different players, but he was one of those guys that did this, and I feel like Jalen Hurts does this with that elite line. Like sometimes it's like, holy shit, he's elite, and then it's like, why are we this? Why is this guy starting? And then it's holy shit, he's elite, and it's why is this guy starting?
I would never say. I would never say Flacco's elite for 100%, but I would say like he's.
There was
exactly
people in
like
his
that.
career that said he was an elite quarterback,
and that's exactly what they're doing to Jalen Hurts. Like
yeah, agreed.
2 weeks ago when he went out hurt, A.J. Brown had 15 targets. You know how many times in his career he's had 15 or more targets?
Twice.
Counting last week.
Ooh, I guess that completely out of my asshole.
16 targets one time. Other than that, he never touched 15 before.
Now, do you think that was because he's going through his progressions better? Or do you think it was because A.J. Brown's been screaming at the top of his head to get the football, and he was like, if I don't throw it to A.J. Brown, he might beat my ass in the locker room?
No, I think it was the ability. I think it was the ability to find A.J. Brown better. Because how many times do you watch a game and you see A.J. Brown open and Jalen Hurts just doesn't see it? That's my thing, and that was the problem with him at Alabama. That's why he had.
Yeah, I think Jalen Hurts. Yeah, his legs get him in trouble because as soon as he feels the pressure, he starts to move. His eyes come down.
Yep, and he doesn't see those guys. Like if the first guy's not open, he's so eager to like look to run or panic instead of going, okay, he's not open. I see Smith streaking across the middle, or I see Omalaya Zakablablas or whatever his fucking name is. Like anybody coming across the middle. That's why I just wish if Jalen Hurts could get that read progression, I would put him above Flacco status. But until then, he's just like that type of quarterback. He's great at some things.
He can win you a Super Bowl.
He can win you
absolutely.
Games, but
I think he can win you a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think he can too.
I think he can win it this year. I think they have a great shot at it.
If he's going to win it, this is his best year.
I think so too. I think the roster top to bottom.
Health.
Nobody's, and then, but as soon as your Jalen Carters want to start getting paid, that's when you're really going to start seeing how good Jalen Carter is, or Jalen Hurts.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's gonna be interesting, but that's one of those things I just wish. Yeah, he can win you a Super Bowl, but you can't put him in the conversation with the elite.
No, like if you put Jalen Hurts on the Kansas City Chiefs right now, they might be a 7-win team.
You put Joe Burrow on the Eagles,
ain't nobody touching that squad. Yeah, exactly.
That's how I judge my quarterback.
I think Joe Burrow might have solidified himself as the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
strictly quarterbacking. That's strictly quarterbacking. Yeah.
Yeah,
Josh Allen.
but I
Like
mean, what is he like? 40 some touchdowns, like
underrated.
4 or 5 ints. Oh, dude, yeah, I think that stuff was actually no. That was the one you rated by yourself. I don't think I've ever tried that.
Oh, you didn't try it? Oh, that's so good.
No,
Dude,
I don't
I
think I ever
almost
got that.
bought 2 of each today.
My light is like
I can't tell, honestly.
okay, good. It's
I
like automatically like dimming itself and then getting brighter. It's
I
freaking me
almost
out.
bought 2 of each, but I'm like I didn't want to make you feel obligated to spend the money. If I was like, "Hey, I got you, cock," and you'd spend the money.
You
You'd
you
spend
got me bourbon too, right?
no cock. I was like, I was gonna get the
Perfect.
Hirsch, the chicken cock, and the Green River for you, and I was like, I don't want him to feel obligated to like spend $150 or whatever.
Yeah, I hear you.
Bought
No,
it
it's
for
fine.
free.
I probably been stupid and did it. So
See, I am protecting your well-being.
yeah, dude. Glad we went remote because I am stuffy up here, man. I got big old like feels like somebody hit me like right here with an axe.
We're gonna do a lot more remote this. I almost had Alan jump in here with us. I was gonna go 3 cameras in here because I think the way we do this now, we could get 3, 4 cameras in here, and our off-season topics could be fun as fuck. Oh, by the way, I borderline rape. Oh, trigger word. I borderline molested.
That's another one.
I got very handsy with Zach today in your honor.
Nice. I appreciate
I
that.
met him
That's
for lunch. I walked up literally. He's like, "How's it going?" He goes to shake my hand. I went right by. I grabbed his chest. Went, and he goes like this. And I went down to his leg, and then I went boom inside his leg and fucking squeezed. And I grabbed his chest again. I was like, "Justin says hi." And Matt, he was across the bar, looked at me. He's like, "This goes."
what the fuck was
Like,
that?
I'm not even gonna try to explain this. Like, I went hard on him.
What did Zach do? Is my question though. I need to know what his response was to that.
What he's like, he said something. He started to talk and said, "Also, by the way, why the fuck was all your trash in my tree?" The tree that was behind him when we did that round table, he threw his cans, he threw his Zyn containers. I go to like water the plant, and there's
I forgot he
shit
did
there.
that.
I'm like, this motherfucker.
Oh my god, I completely forgot he did
Bro.
that. Oh my god, I completely forgot he did that. That makes me giggle that you found that after the fact. Because he told me he was doing that, and I just kept like telling him, yeah, I was like, just I usually just put it in the tree.
Oh, you know what? I think I did. You dickhole. I think I remember him saying that.
You know why? Because like I think I took the plastic off of the bottle and I just kind of like tossed it and it went in the tree and he went like this and I was like, I usually do that. I'll get it later.
I did hear
So
you say that,
he
you
put
son of a
all
bitch.
the
I
fucking
thought
trash.
you just threw it
He
on the
got drunk
floor.
and just start. No, I tried to,
He
like I
said
normally do,
he
and
said
I
he was
went in
way too
there.
lit. He said he was
Yeah.
way too
Oh,
lit that week.
he was fucking
I
hammered,
told him, I
which
said,
is
we didn't
why I
even
let
get
everything slide. You know.
I said we didn't even get to enjoy the fucking bourbon.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Dude, I like this view on our YouTube, man. I'm digging this.
I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
I'm liking this map
It
behind
it
here.
cuts yeah, it cuts away from my mental hospital background.
Mental hospital background. All right, so let's talk
It
about
does
this
say
real.
thankful up here. You just can't see
You
it.
can't see it. I could tweak it for you. Let's do this. So you're gonna play underdog this week. You're gonna do daily fantasy. Are there any
Okay.
guys? Obviously, so there's games that matter. Like Saturday's slate, it's just 2 games, but 3 out of the
Yep.
4 teams matter. And I kind of like Saturday. I'm looking forward to Saturday and then Sunday night.
Well, right off the bat, you got to fucking slam Mike Evans, right? I mean, that's a number one.
Well, do you want to get into the incentives because that's big?
Well, yeah. Well, not just the incentives. Like he's going for his 1,000 yard season. He's trying to get paid with other money incentives. Like I think he's a must start on every aspect of fantasy this week.
Oh,
He's getting 85 yards. I don't care how many targets it takes. He's getting them.
well. Plus, they need to win.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, Taylor, are you in the chat right now? Because more me. Am I better? He's texting me right now. Tell me in the chat if I'm better. If you're listening. He said it was quiet, so I'm trying to get my volume up here. I've been trying to be quiet. I turned mine down a little bit to kind of match you, but he just said I'm quiet. I'm like, I'm never the quiet one.
You're always the quiet. Oh wait.
No, never the quiet one.
Whatever.
Anyway, yeah, but the plus the Bucks. Let's go AFC real quick. I'll pop up this AFC chart. Where's it at here?
You know who's not here? That's normally here is Forever Eagles.
I know. Well, maybe he thinks we're not doing. Oh,
It's
look
a
at this.
first.
Pop
It's a
up.
new year.
Oh, pop up this AFC chart right here. Look at that
Whoa.
AFC chiz art.
Maybe I
Yeah.
should put this over here.
Where is the Bucks? Did the Bucks clinch? They're in. They don't have to win, right?
I don't think so, but he's definitely going to go for his 1,000-yard season.
Okay. Let's put it this way. It's
And again,
not.
he is injury proof. So does he Saquon it and not play?
Well, he is, but here's the caveat that I don't think a lot of people. Hold on, let me see if he says I'm not better. Let me see. Better? Taylor. Seaman Demon. Jesus. Seaman Demon? That's the first chat is Seaman Demon. Who's the Seaman Demon? Are you talking to... Oh, that's the nickname. That's the nickname Dustin gave his mouth. Or is that his beard? I still do want to do a podcast where Taylor shaves you bald while we do a podcast, like just all baby face bald.
Oh no, the wife wouldn't.
Oh, you can hear. Thank you, Taylor. You can hear me better. Thanks for getting in the chat. You know, we love Taylor's our. He was on this podcast before for the 2-6 people that are watching. Anyway, so Mike Evans has the incentive to get the 1,000 yards. What has he got? He sits at 65 for 915 and 11 touchdowns. His incentive is 1,000 yards, 70 catches. So he needs 5 catches for 85 yards to hit it. The caveat to that, which a lot of people don't know about, is Baker Mayfield gets incentive too. So if they make the wild card, he gets 500,000. Baker gets 500,000. He gets 500,000 for each round after that, as far as playoffs. So Baker's got incentive in the playoffs, but if he stays in the top 10 in quarterbacks, he gets another $500,000. So statistically,
I feel like that's how these guys should be paid. Like,
right. So I'm saying it benefits Baker.
Gets the most money.
It benefits Baker to play and help Mike Evans get that.
Right.
Because if he doesn't play and his stats fall outside that top 10, he loses $500,000. And it was if he remains in the top 10 NFL quarterbacks or top 5 in the NFC. So it's incentive for him to play, which makes Mike Evans better, which I love Mike Evans in daily fantasy this week.
Yeah,
I love
think
anybody incentive. What?
Yeah, anybody who's playing for money this weekend, their teammates know that. And they're going to make sure that they get that.
Mike Evans is getting 5 catches.
The defensive players know that. And they're going to let Mike Evans get them catches and them 85 yards. Ain't nobody trying to come between somebody and their money. You watch. Everybody that needs it is probably going to get it. Except for the guys that are like, I need 180 some yards rushing.
When you're not reachable.
Right. Like, that's different because they still have to play the football game. But, like, if Mike Evans gets to 4 catches and 50 yards, that guy's going to let him catch a 35-yard ball all day long.
And Mike Evans is a likable player.
Right. The whole league likes him.
So, like, it's like, I might not. Oh, you're at 83. I could hit you out of bounds here. I might let it slide. I don't know. But
plus, shout out to Mike Evans for his T-shirt that one year where it said "I love my wife" real big. But then it was "I love when my wife lets me game."
Okay, that's
like the best.
It's a Kyler Murray shirt right there.
Awesome T-shirt. Yeah, they're probably teammates on COD.
They probably are. Fuck it. I want to be teammates with them in COD, even though I haven't played that in a while. I stopped gaming back when
Speaking of underdog,
when I could grow facial hair.
Rankings.
Which was like 2 years ago.
Facial hair. Dude, I took a loss on underdog this year.
I did too. That 1 week killed me. But I like,
loss.
So underdog, I like Geno.
I just like to play it too much, so I just do like.
I know this.
I can run a $25 buy-in.
Did you look at it? So if you go in this week, they're still gonna have. They don't underdog. You got to be careful because underdog doesn't take 100% into consideration. So if you're playing daily fantasy, they don't take into consideration people sitting. So you got to be careful when you're drafting. You got to know to drop down and take it. Like, to take players, you can't just I'm going to take him because he's ranked high. If you don't know football, you can pick a guy who's not going to play this week. You got to be really careful.
There's a lot of times when I'm doing underdog where I reach, and I didn't do that enough this year. I don't think. Like, I was scared to go down the board, and you can't do that when you're doing underdog. You have to fall down and be like, I'm taking a Jalen McMillan over Terry McLaurin this week because he might not get Jaden Daniels. Though. You know what I mean? Like, just little shit like that.
Well, what helped me in the underdog that I damn near won was I went early and took Gibbs and Barkley, right? but I reached and I took Jerry Judy and Jalen McMillan. Jerry Judy
Nice.
ended up being gold
Yeah, he was
until
awesome.
Jameis Winston did the Jameis Winston and got Jameis Winston. And it's then all of a sudden Jerry Judy became irrelevant.
That pisses me off.
And I went high on tight end too, like I took Laporta, but like we said, you know what, we got to talk about what we're going to do in the offseason, but we need to revisit our top 10s.
Bourbons or players?
Players. Remember we did our rankings? Our tight ends are going to be all fucked. 100% fucked because
I don't even want to go look at that.
I do want to look at that.
I'm pretty sure Laporte is up there. I think he was like tight end 15.
What we should do is we should pull up our rookie squads because I forget what we bet on that, but we should pull them
I would
back
need to
up.
see that because it would be interesting. Because I'm pretty sure you had Neighbors and Harrison Jr., right?
I think I did because you
you had
took
them
Jaden
both.
Daniels, I think.
Yeah. I took Daniels and Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I might have taken
You had Drake May and
Bo Nix, I think.
Did
Because
you
I've
take
been big
Bo
on
Nix in
Bo.
that?
I don't know. I've been big
I
on
don't
Bo
remember
Nix
if you did or
though.
not. That would be huge for you if you did because
I am considering
not-
buying a Bo Nix jersey. I
have Lad McConkey and I think I took Romo Dunze.
You
though.
took Blake
He didn't have a
Corum.
very good year.
You took Blake
Yeah.
Corum, but I might have taken
that
Jonathan
sucks.
Brooks.
You did take Brooks.
So we definitely got to
remember
go
you
back
took
and look at
Brooks.
this stuff.
I did take Ray Davis though, I think, and he had an okay year.
But it's
Pretty sure I rocked out Ray Davis I might have taken Jalen Wright.
We're gonna do that. I was looking at rookies this year. I was looking like watching the college playoff and stuff. I was looking at rookies this year. I want to do a rookie ranking as soon as possible. The 101 hits you, right? It smacks you. It smacks you like you stole something, but you don't feel bad about doing it. Also, Taylor, if you're
Wow.
watching,
Dude, so I started with this guy
way different.
thinking I'll get a little
Way
bit of a
different.
drink on, right? And now I'm going to this guy.
That is a huge difference.
Well, this is one of those open ones, and I was like, I haven't had it in a while. Might as well drink it tonight. And the smell.
That's
I
that's
used to be clogged up in here.
That's an innocent prom night kiss, to a getting tongue lashing from a shim in.
It's not even a tongue lashing. This is like, hey, I took the
Bangkok.
prom queen. I took the prom queen to the dance, and then her ugly friend licked my asshole at night.
You took the innocent prom queen, but you went home with
her friend, with her fat
with
friend.
the pass around pal. Oh Jesus! Stop it.
We used to play Idaho.
What were we? We used to play hide a candle. What are we? Where the fuck were we?
I have no idea.
Oh no. So yeah, I want to go back. We want to. Oh, well, after watching, we need to do our rookie ranking. I'm gonna put out a thing on TikTok too. We're gonna promote doing draft orders for people. I'm putting out a promo. We're gonna have people send us their teams. Let us pick your draft order for you to eliminate any bias or anything. I think it'd be a fun segment to do. We drafted your team, so we're gonna see if we can get some leagues to do that for us.
Yeah. Well, we were supposed to do art.
Well, I think we need to get on maybe like on a nap time or something and do our. I want to do the Weekend Warrior like right away because I'm already talking trades.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Yeah, we gotta film our lotteries.
You and I got to get together to do both of those, but then that's what I'm saying. We're gonna do more of them, but we got to do. We want to do. We're gonna get Alan on here. We're gonna do. Does ADP matter? We want to reevaluate our rankings and then rank for next year. We want to do rookie rankings way too early for Dynasty. We want to do some Dynasty draft.
I think you and I need to do
mocks.
like a marathon episode next year,
we
year,
definitely.
I should say. And we need to do like a top 100 and just rank our shit, kind of like ESPN does, and see if we can do better than them.
I think we need one or two more people.
They
here.
had Michael Pittman at like 10 or something like that.
I think we get Taylor in here to do that with us, and I think maybe Alan or somebody. 4 of us, we each have a bottle, and it's a marathon episode, and
we just
go
sit
ham.
there and fucking rank players and argue who should be ranked higher.
I love it. That's a good idea.
That'd be a good episode. And we'll just sit around a round table drinking. We could all have a different type of bourbon and pass and share and
do like a little. Oh hell yeah! Do a little bourbon pass. Taylor, you in? I'll take that as a yes. I know we're delayed, so you haven't had time to respond, but I'm still taking it as a yes. So daily fantasy. If you had to pick your top 2 daily fantasy receivers this week, who are you taking? Oh fuck, we get to go pick 'em. I forgot
Do I
about
have
that. I haven't
do I
even
have a
looked.
limit or a draft pick that I have to abide by, or am I just
No,
going top
it's
two?
like you're taking your. Obviously, you said Mike Evans for one of them, but you're gonna have to reach because let's put it this way:
Well,
if you're
Mike
not,
Evans is a cop out.
it's a
Because
cop out
he's
because like Detroit's playing their guy. Let's say NFC. Detroit's playing their guys. Minnesota's playing their guys. Tampa Bay might not. Washington is gonna play their guys. Green Bay can play Los Angeles instead of Philly if they win.
such a tough week because
Taylor's in.
you almost really have to like roll with the guys who still have something to play for, right? Like
Well, like let's say
you got to
running
find
back.
your matchups and see who needs to win. So like I like Indianapolis Colts players this week just because they have to play hard. They have to. Oh wait, no, they already knocked
They're
themselves
already
out.
out, so that's where it gets
So
fun.
they're
Like
probably fucking done. Like they're
that's
not
why
going to
the
play hard
people that
this
are going to
week.
win you an underdog or win you a daily are not those guys. It's going to be those guys, those prove
It's
it
your
guys.
Cortland Suttons of the world.
It's
I
Ray
like Cortland Sutton
Davis.
this week. It's
It's
Ray
Bigsby over
Davis.
ETN. It's
Yeah,
Roshan over Swift.
it's
Like it.
Bucky Irving against New Orleans.
No, because I think they sit. I think if anything, it's Sean Tucker. You know what I mean? Because
You
they
think
don't
so? You
need
don't
to
think they're
win.
gonna?
Turner.
They don't have to win.
No, they don't have to win.
I
Let me
thought
hold.
they
Let me
had to
pull up
win.
the AFC. Let me pull up the AFC scenario right here.
Yeah, see, this is bad on us. We should know this, Todd.
No, we have it right here. So basically, Baltimore clinches the AFC North if they win and Pittsburgh loses or ties.
So
Ties are there.
Pittsburgh, yeah. So Pittsburgh players and
Pittsburgh
Baltimore
needs to
players
win.
are good. Start them all day long because they
Pittsburgh
have to win.
start, Baltimore starts. In the AFC, Baltimore's playing,
It-
Pittsburgh's playing, Cincinnati's
yeah,
playing, Miami's playing, Denver's playing. They're all a full
all
go.
still going for their. So those anybody on those rosters are starts.
See, here's the thing, though. The Broncos, you got to play them.
They
And
have to win.
if the Broncos win, they're in. And
Everybody else
Cincinnati's out. Simple as that.
is done. Sorry, I'm fighting a cold.
I'm on the wrong side here. I am on the wrong side here. If the Broncos win, Cincinnati's out. End of story. Cincinnati's out and Miami's out. And
Yeah, if the Broncos win, everybody else in the AFC
and they're
go
lucky
fuck off.
because
Come on, fuck the Chiefs.
they're lucky because their Chiefs are not starting their starters.
Yeah, somehow they only have one loss on the season, which is
So I got to
completely
look at
bullshit.
the timing and see because you could say I'm going to pick Jamar Chase, and do they play later than Denver? Denver wins. Then what reason do they have to play?
Doubtful. I can't believe. I imagine they're probably a 4:25 game. Denver's usually.
Oh, they're
a 4:25
definitely
game.
not playing that bullshit where they're going to put them as the first game of the week because the NFL don't give two shits about health.
No, I didn't even look at scheduling like that. Like, and that's what's crazy about this week 18, and that's why you usually cut your league short because this is such a question mark.
But it's a fun
Fucking-
daily week. It's a fun daily week because you can take some risks and make some money.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
It's
see,
definitely one of those ones where if you can snake on a draft or something, an underdog.
Yeah,
and the guys
Denver is
that
a
are drafted against
425.
you,
Denver's a 425. Miami's a 425. So they have to play. They're playing at the same time. Miami has to play.
Yeah,
And
I do
obviously,
know they shift some games around to make sure that that's
well, the
the case, I
Bengals
think.
are on Saturday. So they're going to go.
Yeah, they're gonna play full bore no matter what.
Carson
they're gonna
Wentz.
play that no matter
Yeah,
what.
Taylor. Okay, funny story. Was playing
Dude,
with the
if
baby.
he beats,
Time out. I am rocking my Carson Wentz shirt tomorrow. Like Sunday like a mother. I have a shirt. It's just a pimpled ass Carson Wentz, just all right here, all pimpled out, like acne.
Hear me out.
This one I almost want to pop. But
hear me out. I've been seeing the memes. The shit's been killing me, dude. I got stitches in my ribs
Dude,
because
I
I've been
love
laughing
Carson
at him
Wentz.
so hard. Dude, he's a good dude. He really is.
mm-hmm.
And it's like, I just have this feeling like for some reason he's just gonna fucking ball out
He's
for
gonna
some
go-
reason. I think
Carson
it's a
Wentz
start this week.
is
I don't know why.
Carson Wentz is a great quarterback with a shitty mind.
And he's got Andy Reid again. Was it? Wait, hold up.
Dude, if they
Was he
come
ever
out and
with
beat
Andy
the
Reid?
Broncos, that's
might have been a
fucking
really-
nuts.
There's just 2x Eagles. He was after Reid, right? He was Chip Kelly, and
He was
who
was
the
after
other guy.
Chip Kelly. He was Peterson.
Peterson drafted him.
Peterson draft.
Did they draft him after the Chip Kelly debacle?
I think so.
They,
Yeah.
they traded up.
Taylor just said, "I have a feeling he balls." Dude, I have a feeling he balls out. So okay,
Dude, Chad Henne came in and balled out for that team. I think Carson Wentz is capable, right?
Carson Wentz is a phenomenal quarterback. He's just not mentally built to be the guy. He can't
say this.
deal with controversy.
He'll put up similar numbers to what Mahomes has been putting up this season, I think.
With second string.
Yeah, I think so.
Because Carson Wentz
I don't know. That Denver defense is still good. Let's
well,
hope
yeah,
it
and they're
breaks
playing
a
to win.
little
That's
bit.
true. You got Surtain. They're playing to win. But Carson
So-
Wentz has a very, very good arm.
Yeah, he's at home. Crazier things have happened, right? Look
Accurate
at
and
fucking
strong.
Matt Flynn.
I want to say this. So I was playing with the baby in the room, and I was looking at Underdog. Like, I'm trying to think what matchups are. And I put the phone down. I was wrestling her, and all of a sudden I look over. I hear, I pick it up. I'm in a fucking Underdog for Saturday's games, and it's my pick. And I'm like, holy shit! I'm the fourth pick, and 3 quarterbacks backs off the board. So I'm stuck with Zappy. So I ain't picking him. I go Jamar Chase, which is a great pick.
Yeah.
So then I go pick my team. My team's actually pretty good. I got Zappy, which is
Wait, they're starting Zappy this week?
I have to. Well, they are. Cleveland Browns are starting Zappy because Dorian Thomas, DTR, whatever, that dude fucking sucks at football.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say he sucks. He made it to
He's
the league.
better than me at football.
He's better than a lot of the percentage of people out there.
But he's
I think it was a bad situation. See, that's one of those
No,
things. I can't
hold
blame
on.
that guy. I didn't mind his skill set,
hold on.
honestly.
So she makes me pick a team spur of the moment. I'm not getting a good quarterback on Saturday. It's only 2 games. I have to
Right.
take him. So
It's a 4-player draft. That's weird.
It's a 4-person draft.
Right. So there's 4 quarterbacks total that can play.
Right. So I got the worst one. So I end up getting fucking
You
Jamar.
think that until Jerry Jeudy goes fucking crazy again for no reason.
That's true. But hold on. You got to I forget who I took. Okay, yeah, I took Jamar Chase, Jalen Warren,
Okay.
Zay
I don't hate that
Flowers,
either. Okay.
Gasecki. Who's my
Falling off a
other
little bit.
wide receiver is Calvin
That'd be
Austin
good.
III
I don't hate that.
for Pittsburgh,
He-
and
he
then
gets a deep
Zappa,
one.
which isn't bad. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't hate that team. And then I look and I get another alert. This little 2-year-old bitch drafted 2 teams for me. And I'm like, I don't even know what the amounts are for. She could have picked a $100 buy-in that I had no idea about. But the funny thing you said it was, I look at the other team. It's random as shit. It's for Sunday, so it's just a whole bunch of random assness. But Wentz is my quarterback, and I'm like,
Don't hate that.
is that a sign?
It might
when-
be a sign.
Like and I'm laughing. I'm like, I'm looking back at my numbers. And I'm like, holy she was just touching my phone.
Yeah.
And I get, why don't you lock your phone? And I was like, if she wins, I will never lock my phone again, and I will let my 2-year-old draft all my underdogs.
I will die. We're putting this story viral if she wins. We're putting.
Dude, if she wins me like thousands of dollars,
Watch you win first and take like $6,000 down or whatever that pays out.
Here, the afternoon playbook. Let me see. This team is. Oh my God. No. Hold on. Okay, Noah Fant, which isn't terrible.
That couldn't be terrible. Geno Smith is another
Okay, I
one
didn't
playing
actually-
for
I
a
didn't-
lot of money this weekend.
We're gonna get into that right after this, but I didn't look at this team till now. But it's Carson Wentz, J.K. Dobbins, Zach
I like that.
Charbonnet,
Yeah.
Devontae Adams, and Garrett Wilson. Now, Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams are on the same team in the Jets. They're not playing for shit. But if this was a normal week, this is a great team.
I don't know.
J.K.
I don't think Garrett
Dobbins.
Wilson and Devontae Adams have they popped off together. Oh, they had one game where Rodgers went for like 40 points and they popped off together. But I don't think that's it though. That's
Well,
just that one time.
Dobbins has incentives too. You were just saying about Geno. So Geno's
incentives are like the highest, dude.
yeah, it's
He's got completion percentage for like 70%, I think. If it stays above a certain or 60 some percent, and he's at 70.
he gets $2 million for each category where he sets career highs, and they were based on his 2022 career. They were based on his 2022 stats. So it was 4,282 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, and a completion percentage of 69.755, passer rating of 100.874. Right now, he needs 186 yards, to get the bonus for yards.
He's gonna get that.
His passer rating is 70.2, so if he stays above a 69.75, he gets that. So he could make
Completion percentage, right? Not, or is that pass? That's his passer rating.
That's his passer completion. His
Yeah,
rating's not
okay.
going to be that high, and I don't think he can catch touchdowns. But that's $4 million right there.
Right.
Oh, and if they win over the Rams, it get him
So I
another
think Geno Smith is a good play this week.
100%. If he wins over the Rams, he gets another $2 million because he could make $6 million on Sunday
Just by having a good game.
just by having a game. So
So that's either going to make him have a really bad game,
dude, if
or
he
a
hits,
very good
if he
game.
hits 186 yards and he's like 11 for 14.
Yeah.
I'm out. I don't care about fun. I don't care about the playoffs. I'm out. Like,
Can Seattle still make it? I thought, are they still in the running?
No, they can't.
I think they're eliminated, right?
I think let me pull up the NFC. They're definitely eliminated.
But he'd like that beating the Rams incentive is kind of nice too.
Let's
though,
move
right?
on to Kyler, who has nothing to play for but incentives.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. He can take home a consolation prize in the form of $750,000
Why? So he can throw more INTs.
rushing yards. He needs 50 rushing yards. Well, 51, I think.
Why would you
technically.
incentivize that to your quarterback?
Because that's the only thing he's good at. Call of Duty and running like he has to shit. Side note, watching Patrick Mahomes run gives me anxiety. I cannot. It makes me boil. Watching that man run, and I'm like, you're an athlete. You look like
Come
you're
on,
running
Peyton
late
was
to the
pretty bad,
spelling
too.
bee and you have to shit. I've watched Magnus run to a chess match with more manhood than Patrick Mahomes. I am not supposed to be in front of a
You know,
microphone.
He kind of runs like Elvis walking out onto the stage, like with his ass out, his fucking belly
Or
kind of hanging.
Forrest Gump in his braces. Watching him run, he's just like, even when he runs with the football, he's like,
Yeah, funny.
I hate him. But anyway, no. With
I didn't
50
say
more
hate.
rushing yards, he gets.
I don't
he
have
gets,
any reason to hate Patrick Mahomes besides being a Broncos fan. I'm not.
I hate Patrick Mahomes because what the NFL is turning him and them into.
And they didn't need to. He was
Like,
gonna be
just let
fine
him
without
be
it.
him, and he would. Why
Yeah.
not let us love a guy for being good, not because we feel like we're being cheated?
He's kind of one of those guys that's he's doomed by his early success. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah.
succeeded so early that now he's going to be
That they
hated
went,
earlier in his career. Like
"You're the guy."
Brady was not hated early in his career. Like when he won that first one, everybody was like, "Oh, this is so awesome! What a story!" Blah 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 blah. Mr. Irrelevant, all coming out of nowhere, like fucking. And then all of a sudden, he just kept winning.
I'll tell you
Kept
this:
winning,
I-
and then people started to hate him.
I liked Tom Brady so much more in Tampa Bay. I feel like
Tampa Tom was fucking awesome.
Tampa Tom, I wish that would have been Tom his whole career. I feel like he became more.
Well, that was Belichick.
Yeah, I think
So,
Belichick
like,
kept him.
Looking, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut.
No,
you
you're
off.
good. I cut you off all the fucking time.
I know you do, but I was just gonna say I feel like Belichick took a lot of their personalities and kind of like reined them in, and Tom would go up there and just give the one-line answers because he didn't want to deal with the guy in the locker room.
Being a North Carolina fan, I hate that fucking hire.
Is that where he went? I didn't even realize
he's
that.
gonna be a Tar Heel, and I am.
I saw him on the
huge
Pat
Tar Heel
McAfee
fan.
show, fucking giving out his resume, trying to figure it out.
I don't watch.
They're going to be good, though. You watch.
I don't
People
watch
will go
the
play
Fat
for him
Smack
just
Me
because
show
they can
enough.
now. You watch. They can now pay players out of the portal. He can go out and hand pick his fucking team, basically, and say, "Hey, you want to make the NFL? I can make that happen."
I can make that happen.
It's gonna be
Here's-
Roy Williams all over again in North
He's
Carolina.
gonna be like,
they're gonna be
"Here's
winning
some
championships like crazy, and now they're in what? They're in a weak ACC conference, so they're gonna go undefeated just about every fucking
They're in a
season.
They're in a conference where they could really shine.
Like Clemson's your hardest team at this point. It's like, that's not true. But anyway, like I guess
Yeah,
Florida
it
State.
is. Well,
Florida State, Clemson,
maybe.
There's a couple others in there that they've
I
been
do like.
changing so much recently that I don't even remember who's in what conference anymore.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "Hey, come sign with us. Here's a bottle of lotion. Sit down." All right.
Mm. Check out my girlfriend that's the same age as you.
Other. Let's run through the other incentives and then let's get to our uh outlook for the playoffs.
Incentives.
Incentivized. You've got DeAndre Hopkins.
Hops. He needs what? Just catches, right?
He
Or
is
is it yards,
9
too?
catches and 140 yards shy of $250,000, but one
That's a
touchdown
good fit.
from half a
If you
million.
like Carson Wentz, then you gotta like him
Oh.
if he's playing to go get that, because he's gonna be like, "Yo, you better fucking give me like 12 targets today. I don't care." if
I
they're
just
shit or
have
not."
this weird fucking feeling Carson Wentz is going to put on a clinic. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a bet. I'm going to do a
I like Old Man
FanDuel.
Thielen again this week too.
I'm going to do a
Just saying.
FanDuel for Carson Wentz. 250 passing yards, over 2.5 touchdowns.
Do they let you build your own bet?
Yeah, you can build your own bets. Now they tweak
Seriously?
they tweak the
The odds and shit
odds
based
and
off
shit.
of.
But Cortland Sutton's got one too.
No, that's why I said I like Sutton this week. I love Sutton.
He made $1
this
million
week.
already for getting 500 and 750 receiving yards. But what is it? He gets if he collects 3 touchdowns and Denver collects a playoff spot, 200,000. Now, that's 3 touchdowns is a reach.
And 200 grand, he's like, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
The more
about
likely
that.
scenario is totaling 82 receiving yards to finish with he'd earn 500,000 just for finishing with 82 just for getting 82 more receiving yards based on his last performance. Dude, I'll tell you what, I'm so glad that I was so up on fucking Knicks. I cannot wait to clip this shit when we do our in our off-season recap, what we did in the off-season last year.
I know.
I am so excited that this bet should have been for a Bo Nix jersey.
And if Carson Wentz doesn't go off, I'm going to probably have to get his face tattooed on my penis.
Oh, I might make Carson Wentz part of your tattoo. J.K. Dobbins has incentives.
No, refuse. Nope, that man is not. No, I'm not getting any man's face.
I find this.
other than
This
Bo
is
Nix
my
tattooed
weird.
on
This is my
body.
weirdest incentive. This is and why I played J.K. Dobbins in daily fantasy. It's weird. So
Till he blows out
he
his
still
knee.
has an incentive.
I can see that. And he got a lot of incentives on his deal, didn't he? Because it was like he got a prove it deal basically.
Right, but he only needs. So his incentive was 900 rushing yards.
Ooh, he's got to be real close to that.
He has 842.
His injury hurt him. Wow, that fucking sucks.
But he would.
gets
That's
that
what's
so
funny about.
easy.
That's why you
And for
love
him, like he needs he needs money like that too, because he only had that one rookie deal.
But that's why you love him, because he's that good. As much time as he missed,
He's so good.
I mean, he could ball out and hit 1,000 yards, but he gets $150,000 if he rushes
it
for
looks
58
like he put a
yards.
little weight on, and I don't hate that for him. If he slows his game down a little bit and like becomes more bruising, I think that fucking suits him tremendously. Stop trying to do the lateral cutting and just deal out more punishment.
It would benefit him to do that.
That's what it looked like he did this year. It looked like when he was running behind his pads instead of being the shifty, like, let me break long ones. You know what I mean? He was just trying to pick up 6 yards every time he touched the ball.
Which is amazing for his career.
Changed his game completely, and I love the way it looked, especially in a Jim Harbaugh offense, running behind that scheme. That shit looked awesome.
Might have been the best thing to happen to him.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Gave
him confidence back. Gave him his confidence back. He looked awesome this year, and I'm happy for him because you know me. I've been a fucking J.K. Dobbins believer since the beginning, and if he doesn't ever get knee injuries, we'd be talking about him right next to Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley right now.
I don't know if he's quite up there, but in the conversation.
Well, because Derrick Henry wouldn't even be in Baltimore right now because J.K. Dobbins would still be the man there.
I'll put him in the conversation. I don't know if he's up there with him, but he gets a little bonus this week. Unless he rushes for 203 yards, then he bumps up a hell of a lot more of a bonus.
Oh, no, I was just saying if he never hurt his knee originally at Baltimore. I may not have clarified that very well.
No, I know what you're saying, but yeah, I guess maybe if he never got
Talent-wise.
hurt,
Talent-wise, it's
talent-wise, he
there.
could be up there.
I mean,
Yeah,
the guy hasn't played it down in how long, and he comes out and he's a
and just
top
balls.
15 back all of a sudden. Like, come on now.
All
You're
right.
telling me that guy, if he stays in Baltimore, that's been a top rushing defense or offense for the last how many years, he'd be up there getting 1,500 yards.
Yeah, but watch. I think he. I'll say this now. Next year, draft him. I think next year he does not get hurt and plays a full season.
He did it this year. I mean, he had what? He went on IR, missed 4 games.
Right, but I'm saying
And I think that was a
next
precautionary
year
IR
might
because they
be
knew they were going to make the playoffs.
in that offense. One more year with Harbaugh is the best year of J.K. Dobbins' career.
Yeah.
Next year.
He, what, way too early, top 5? If Gus Edwards doesn't come back?
Oh, because Gus Edwards got to stop. And I don't think they're going to involve Kamani Vidal. The only thing is, are they going to, if they draft
He hasn't impressed me much.
He hasn't. He's fallen short for me. If they draft another running back, maybe, but if they don't, top 5.
They need too many other pieces,
top
and
10.
I think they've got enough RBs on the roster that can get them by. Because they have Haskins there too. I mean, I think Haskins is serviceable for what they need, but then again, Harbaugh loves to run the football. So if like a Scadabo's there, who knows?
I hate Scadabow.
I knew you would hate him. I don't know why I was.
Hate that dude.
How are we friends?
I'm sorry. I hate him. I hate him. He is going to be nothing in the NFL. He might as well go straight to coaching.
What do you want to bet?
What do you think he's going to be?
I think he is. Now, this isn't my comparison. My comparison was Brian Westbrook. Other people are calling him the white Marshawn Lynch, which I think is going too far. He took a 315-pound defensive tackle and literally drove him back like a yard and a half to pick up a first down. Dude was basically clear, and it was him and a 315-pound lineman, and he pushed him back for a first down. I don't care what league you're in, that translates to the next level.
He's 5'11",
and then he does it all.
He's
5'11", one of those guys that's
215. He's a tank in that aspect. I get it, but
he's a heavier, faster Danny Woodhead. Like, it's going to be fun to watch, I think.
Yeah, but I don't ever think he's a starting running back.
I disagree.
This is a long-term bet, but I'm willing to make it.
We got to iron out details here on Scadabow.
We will iron this out offline, but I am making this bet. I'm telling you, Scadabow will be Kamani Vidal.
He's better than that.
I think maybe.
He's better than Vidal.
I'm not going to look down on him other than when I look at him, but I don't think
he's only 5'11", so he's not real tall, but
no, he's
not short for a back.
He's not short. He's bigger than Genty.
He's bigger than Bryce Young.
Dude, Genty's only 5'9", 215. So he's bigger than him. Which also, I'm going to say this too. I think the love for him is a little bit off.
I think he's going to go number 1 in a lot of dynasty leagues, and I think
be a horrible
you're going to be a little disappointed. I don't think he's going to come into the NFL and be like, "Hey, I'm Barry Sanders."
But they're touting him to be in those Saquon, Bijan rankings, and I don't see it.
Yeah, sorry. The other guys did it in power schools. You did it for fucking Boise State.
Not a Penn State thing, being a fan. I'm not a Penn State thing, but yeah, he had 100 yards. But Penn State did humble him a little bit.
You can have 100 yards when you're the only thing that your team can do.
The fact that
he got how many touches? He had like over 25 touches, right?
I think
of course you're gonna get 100 yards.
If you take him first overall in a dynasty redraft, that's a mistake. I think there's
a dynasty redraft. Which one are you talking about?
No, like a dynasty draft. Any dynasty draft.
Who do you think might be the first overall pick?
I would take a receiver over him. I just well, okay. It also depends on landing spot, but the guy that
It
see,
also depends on your team needs too, because like if you got the first overall pick, like if my team had the first overall pick and Derrick Henry in a dynasty is my best running back, I don't have a choice but to take a
but in the
chance on
dynasty,
him.
he's the 101 in dynasty redrafts, and I like it personally,
There's
and I
not a
think he
whole
ends up
lot
in
coming out
Vegas.
though.
I like Omarion Hampton better
Or
than
Travis
Genty
Hunter.
at 6
Would you take
foot.
Travis Hunter over Genty in a dynasty, especially in our league with IDP? Like, does he play both sides of the ball? Because that could be crazy in our league. Could you imagine a wide receiver in an IDP league that plays both sides of the ball,
Wherever
and
he
you could
goes,
play him in your IDP spot?
they win.
That is fucking crazy.
He won't play both sides in the NFL,
He
but
can't, right?
the,
They would just beat him
they
down too
won't.
much.
The question is,
He'd get too tired. He wouldn't be able to keep up.
The question is, what does he enter the draft as? I think he's better off entering as a corner. Be honest
I
with
think
you.
so too. I don't. He didn't strike me as a wide receiver.
I think he's better.
I think you go for defense and then you play offense in practice
And if you
and
do well, then
see
do
if
it.
you can get some plays. And he could be a gadget player where, hey, I'm going to throw him in here, and it puts a fifth wide receiver on the field, and he
Yeah.
can just be talent out there. I'm cool with that, but I
Get
wouldn't
on some
draft him as a
special
wide
teams, but I
receiver.
think he needs to enter the NFL as a defensive back.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
the best
100%.
thing for his draft capital and wallet.
There was a reason people didn't throw towards him, and that's where I
Do I
think
think
he
he's a
needs to play in the
serviceable
NFL.
receiver and can be like a number 3 on some teams? Yeah, but he
For
can be a
sure,
number
yeah.
1 or 2 at defensive back.
But you're not drafting him like first or second or third or fifth or wherever he falls overall to go out there and catch passes. Sorry. You're going to draft him because he's going to go out there and lock down somebody else's number 1 wide receiver and then might get you in the end zone and offense on some gadget trick plays and stuff
Right.
like that.
So he's not with it. So I'm saying, like my personal
He's going to be
preference,
Dion.
and
He
I think
tries to be Dion right now.
then don't do that. And I think he might end up in Vegas. I like Omarion Hampton out of North Carolina. 6'2", 220, still runs a 4.44. I like him over Genty any day, especially in Vegas.
Yeah, 6'4". That's
6 foot 220 versus 5'9", 215. Genty runs a 4.42. Omarion runs a 4.44. I take Omarion. It's a personal thing. I like bigger receivers. I like bigger backs. It's just how I work.
This is definitely a way too early thing.
This is
we
gonna
definitely
be
need
our
to
episode.
we have to have landing spots before I can make that call
Right.
officially. Because if Genty goes to a place where it's like,
all right, one more
shit.
milestone, and then we're gonna do our pick'ems. But Zach Ertz, old ass has incentive this week. What is it?
oh yeah, he's been playing really well too.
Dude, he's a startable
He's
people
got to
have
be top 10.
one
Hold on, I'm
league.
gonna look it up.
People have won leagues with him as his tight end.
He went for 2 touchdowns last week.
So he's already hit 700. He's already hit $750,000 in bonuses. But let me see.
What the hell? Where did it go? Oh, there we go.
Okay, so it's hard to say, but he's not going to get it. If he does, that's amazing. 9 catches gets him a bonus of $250,000. 90 yards away and 2 touchdowns away, which would also get him to it. So if he caught 9 catches for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns, he gets another $750,000.
How many games did he miss? Am I looking at the right stats? I feel like I'm not looking at
His
the
name
right
is
stats.
Zachary with a T. Ertz.
All right, so from week 11, he's
Euro
gone
week
15.7, 12.8, 11. All right, 3.5, 1.7, and then 22.2. He must have done absolutely nothing for the entire year before that to be.
He started shitty.
He's tight end 40 in my Suburban Bourbon League. How's that possible? Oh, never mind. I'm on.
All right, you know what? This is why we don't let you have nice things. For fuck's sake, Dustin. Drink more. Would you like some
He's
Creed
tight end
liver?
9. Yes, I was right. He's tight end 9. Okay. He's had a great season. He's a top 10 tight end. Who would have thought Zach Ertz was going to be a startable tight end in a 10-man league this year? I don't think anybody did.
No, but you know what? Kendra's ass, who always beats me, she picked his ass up and has been playing him. When Evan Ingram went out,
That's
she
a
picked up
homer pick,
Strange for 1 week, and then she picked up Zach Ertz, and she made playoffs and top 4 team. Like,
speaking of which, we're going to do this right now. So, who do you think
17.
tight end 1 is? Who do you think the tight end 1? This is half point PPR standard. There's some long point bonuses, but you don't normally get those for tight ends. So, tight end 1, who do you think?
Tight end 1 this year?
Mm-hmm.
Kittle?
Ooh, that's that. Could have swore you were gonna guess who's tight end 2 because Kittle is number 1 by less than he's 1.2 points.
Tight end
Tight
2?
Yep. Oh, come on, you know this.
Mm-mm.
He's a rookie.
Oh. Brock Bowers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget
exactly.
about that motherfucker.
Yeah, he's the best tight end in the league. I don't know. You still got. I can't put him over Kittle yet.
I can't put over Kittle or Hawk yet.
I cannot put him over George Kittle. George Kittle does literally everything you ask of a tight end and more. Like you could hand him the ball if you needed to.
Dude, and you know how much people denied me offering up Kittle in trades in Dynasty this year?
I know. It's crazy.
People
now
are
he's tight
fucking
end 1.
stupid. Who's
And he's
3?
tight
Who's
end 1.
3?
Who's
3?
I was trying to get it.
Let me
My
guess.
boy Trey McBride is 3.
How the fuck is he 3?
Oh, dude, he's got 104 catches and 1,081 yards.
True, but
He's only got one
fucking
touchdown.
disappears. He disappears like the dude who's supposed to buy the next round.
Let's see. He had a pretty slow start to the year. But
Yeah,
from week 12, he's gone 21.3, 15.6, 10.5, 13.2. And then week 16,
right.
the week I lose, he went 3.5.
Let me say this, and I've been about
against Carolina.
Let me say what
And
I've
then
been
went
about it.
26.3 last week.
Let me say another thing I've been about it since before the draft. I nailed the fact that Marvin Harrison Jr. was not going to be the guy this year that everybody expected.
Everybody thought he was just a seasoned
And
pro, and it looks like he's going to need a couple years.
It's also my Kyler Murray hate that made me do it, but I said it from our get-go's. Like I would have taken
that
Rome.
does have a lot to do with it.
I would have taken Malik Neighbors and Rome above him, and you can vouch for that. I put him as my wide receiver
100% did. You 100% did.
And I think he's good.
But I do think you're 100% right that it's Kyler Murray holding him back.
It is. Like, that's
else.
the worst landing spot he could have gotten. Everybody loved it for him. Oh, Kyler. No, Kyler is a fucking...
No, because again, he's going to have those games where all of a sudden he catches the 180 yards and 3 touchdowns, but he's going to have a lot of games where he's got 12 targets and only catches 4 of them.
We should have done a league loser thing because he's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to start him.
He went in the second round in some leagues.
He went the first round in 12-man leagues.
No, he didn't.
He was drafted in redraft. He was touted to be a top 5 wide receiver this year.
That's whoever believed that is a fucking moron. I think we had him at what, like 20, somewhere in there,
and which is real.
I think is where we put him.
I took him as
I would take him at. I would take him in like the 4th, 5th round. Is I think where we had him 3rd, 4th, 5th.
I took him as my wide receiver 3, but the problem is, no matter what you take him with his,
And the best part about it is every single week they projected that man like 15, 16 points. Every single week. They're like, oh, yeah, start him. He'd go for 4. It's like, guys, he's getting 8 targets, only catching 3 balls. Like, you can't start this guy right now. And that's what we talked about at the beginning of the year.
But the problem is, if he's on your lineup, you start him.
You had to. You didn't have any choice.
Until I picked up McLaurin, whatever the fuck his name is. I picked him up. You start him. The problem is you had to start him, and he lost you games week after week.
Yeah.
He lost me
it happens.
in the playoffs because, like, you got to start
He's one of those players where he's a typical, like, you had to be willing to part with him. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about? Like, you get those guys where it's like, I'm trying to think of some other examples where you just were like, I have to start this guy. Like Tyreek Hill this year.
Tyreek Hill.
You're like, I
Hill.
have to start this guy because I
Hill.
drafted him in the first round.
Garrett Wilson.
Yep. He didn't get drafted super high because
No, he went. No, he
Devontae
went in the first round of most drafts.
did he really?
Garrett
he's
Wilson
definitely-
went. Garrett Wilson went is as pick 108 to assuming a 10-man draft.
I'm
He was
curious
108
see
to
how-
202 in
I'm
most
curious to
leagues.
see how next year goes for him because once an alpha dog showed up, he was no longer one.
I would venture to say he was more relevant when Devontae got there. Dude, I saw the best meme ever.
Devontae got there pretty much the same. Oh no, because they were shit in the bed big time.
I saw the best meme ever. It was a picture of Aaron Rodgers in front, like on the Pat Fucking show.
I'm starting to dislike that show, and it's eating me up inside.
Pat
I love Pat
McAfee is way too cocky to be a punter. Let's be honest. Like, no, I think he's great.
Fucking hog.
Honestly,
dude.
like if I did this entire show like this,
I know, right? Just fucking.
and then you
with
could
your
be
fucking
AJ
shirt off and shit,
and just put your face right in it.
my fucking sunglasses on.
Well, I didn't know what we were talking about until that point. We just went Pat McAfee. No, oh yeah. So the Aaron Rodgers on the Mac, and all of a sudden you see like Devontae Adams just come in the background, just like.
Wild turkey.
Behind him in that show is like this greatest reveal, and then the team fucking sucks. But I think he
That's
made
the most Aaron Rodgers thing ever.
I know. I think the team.
Like,
I think Garrett Wilson got better with him.
Let me rant real quick because Aaron Rodgers is a one of a kind dude.
He
and
is.
Still acts like he's one of the best quarterbacks ever. Because you're not. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Like the way he gallivants around the internet, like he's still like this fucking top dog alpha male. It's like, bro, I'm sorry. You're fucking 40 some years old now. You're grayer than my dad. Like, fuck off, dude. Like,
I can't wait to clip some of this shit because we're just gonna shit on Aaron Rodgers for 28 more minutes.
I fucking no. I'd see that's the problem. It's like I used to love him.
I miss Forever Eagles.
Like he's just lost so many points with me. Oh my god.
He went from being one of the most respected and those quarterbacks that I was like would go down in history like one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch to like
bitch.
Honestly, unless you got a bag or an eighth that you want to sell me, I don't give two shits about you.
Yeah.
Like I saw a meme. It was Aaron Rodgers running out the tunnel with the flag, and it said this was the peak moment in Aaron Rodgers' Jets career.
Yeah, before he shattered his Achilles 2 plays in.
And it
the best
really
thing is
was.
He reminds me. There was a movie on Netflix a while back. It's probably still around. It used to be called A Hobo with a Shotgun. Like Aaron Rodgers,
we got shit to do.
Is the hobo with a shotgun right now? Like he's.
You're not wrong, man.
He's just fucking like killing everything he touches, like for no reason. Like holy shit, dude! Like chill the fuck out.
He's a plague.
And now he's trying to get political and like, oh, I might run for president someday. I feel like that's definitely
that'll
going through
go
his
well.
Head. That is definitely going through that man's head because he doesn't know when to be like, I'm not the shit anymore. Like, bro, you're not the shit anymore. Like, Tom Brady knew when he went to Tampa Bay that he wasn't the shit anymore, and that's what made him cool again because he was like, I'm gonna go down here and see if I can teach these boys how to play football and like maybe win a Super Bowl. And they were like 8 wins.
Drunk
like,
Tom Brady after the Super Bowl
was the best.
is my
thing.
new spirit animal.
Yeah, like we all now, like if you would ask me what 8 years ago, you're gonna hate Tom Brady or hate Aaron Rodgers and love Tom Brady, I would have looked at you and been like, "Go fuck yourself." But that's now the
Right?
case,
Right?
and I'm like, how did that happen?
Like if you look at me
Everything
now,
everything Aaron Rodgers talks about, I typically agree with him. But the way he talks about it, I'm just like, bro, shut the fuck up.
like you could approach this a bit differently.
Yeah, like you don't have to be a complete dickhead all the fucking time. Like you can
Like
be a nice guy from time to time.
Aaron Rodgers is the definition of fuck off.
Yeah,
When
there's
you
a
talk to
reason
him,
your
like, hey,
family
buddy, how was
doesn't
your
like
day?
you.
He's like, good.
Yeah, I'm Aaron Rodgers. What do you mean? It's always good,
Fuck off.
right? Like,
He really is the definition of a douchebag.
dude, yeah. And for the longest, I mean, I kind of am too. So, like, that's why I liked him for so long. And then, like, as I grow up and mature a little bit, I'm just like, bro, you kind of never did that, did you? Like, you just kept right on living your life as a 21-year-old. At some point, you got to grow the fuck up.
I love that. We just went on an Aaron Rodgers tangent.
Yeah,
See, this is
sorry.
why
I
a
don't know where that
solo
came
show
from.
does not work. Because once we start going, you went from looking like death to like real quick.
I know.
I mean, again,
I still look like death.
You're pink
Look,
as fuck, but that's okay.
that's because I'm drunk and I'm hot. I'm hot because I'm wearing a beanie and it's 75 degrees in here because we're all sick. See how, like, no racism here, but you see how my nose kind of looks like a black man right here?
Dude, how do you flare your nostrils like that?
Oh, you can't do that?
No, I've never saw. No.
Yeah, dude, when you're. No, it's not from dick. It's from when you're like lashed into pussy.
All right, let's run through these scenarios. Let's run through these scenarios.
You're gonna like flare that thing out.
Let's run through these scenarios, and then we gotta get
When
to
you're,
our pick.
when you're in here like this, Todd, you gotta flare that thing out. See, if
Dude,
it's
this
down
is
here,
a long episode for a thrown together episode.
I know, but
All
when
right.
you're down here and you're munching away, you gotta flare those things out like a pit bull. And you just keep going.
All right, let's talk AFC real quick.
Yeah,
So
that's wicked.
the number one seed is Kansas City. You know that. Buffalo's
The only
number 2.
seed I care about is you know which one.
Right here, number 3 seed is still up for grabs between Pittsburgh and Baltimore. So
Who just? You don't want me asking that question anymore.
what are you doing?
No, keep talking. Who are you
So
talking about?
Baltimore clinches if they win and Pittsburgh loses. If Pittsburgh wins their game and Baltimore loses, they jump into the number 3 seed and they clinch their division. Denver needs to win.
Who would they play then?
Chargers. Or
Because Buffalo's playing. It would be the Broncos. I kind of want that to happen then.
right now
'Cause then the
the
Broncos win, and then the Broncos would play the Steelers. Oh my god! And then that would be in Pittsburgh. I might go to that game.
right now the Broncos right as it sits the Broncos at number 7 play Buffalo.
Yeah, they're 2 though.
Buffalo's 2.
How would it?
Just
Oh, it
Denver's
was-
7.
I'm
right now.
sorry, that was Baltimore. I'm
Baltimore's
getting
at 3.
drunk. I'm drunk.
So if
I'm drunk. I'm drunk. I'm sorry. Forget what I
Pittsburgh,
said.
no, Pittsburgh's at 5. So if let's say Pittsburgh wins, attaboy, I am so fucking proud of you. If Pittsburgh wins and Baltimore loses, they would jump up to 3, and Pittsburgh would play the Chargers. Baltimore would drop down to 5 and play the Texans.
So then Buffalo's playing Denver, whoever sneaks in, no matter what.
The biggest
Right.
thing is if the Broncos
Is
win.
Josh Allen even playing this week? Probably not with his
No.
hand being all fucked up.
The biggest thing is the Broncos win, they're in. Broncos win, they're in.
And they go to Buffalo. That's like a set in stone.
And they
Can't-
go to Buffalo,
Whoever
is
sneaks
tough.
into that playoff spot, whether it's Denver or Cincy.
Which I
Oh my
gotta
God,
say though,
could you imagine Buffalo drawing Cincy in round 1?
that would be crazy.
Oh my God, I would feel so bad for Josh Allen. But I will also say that if Buffalo beats Cincy in round 1, They're winning the whole thing.
I think
They're winning the whole thing if they beat Cincy in round 1, or they're going to get knocked out in
if
the
the
first round, and Josh
Broncos
Allen's
lose,
best season goes to the fucking wayward side.
if the Broncos lose and Cincy makes the playoffs, that's the Gonzaga of 5 years ago. That's the story.
Yeah, and they go on to win the whole fucking thing.
That
You
is the
watch.
best story for the NFL, period. Fuck the Eagles. That's
And
the
it's
best story
actually
possible.
what's crazy though is Zach Taylor could go from being fired to winning a Super Bowl and being Cincy's coach for a long time.
But it comes down to
It
this.
could go one way.
Broncos winning in. It all comes down to the Broncos.
Yeah, and then they're going to beat the Buffalo Bills anyway, so I don't know why.
Dude, honestly,
Josh Allen
if-
sucks.
Okay, I'll tell you this. If Broncos get in and they beat the Bills,
They're not
I am
gonna-
buying a Bo Nix jersey because I am a happy motherfucker. All right, let's
Well,
go NFC.
I already said that I was buying a Bo Nix jersey
Yeah,
if
you
they
need
made
a
the
Bo Nix.
playoffs. So I will have it for the playoff game. I promise you that.
Hey, order 2.
Dex, go back to sleep.
I want white. All right, so let's go NFC. So Sunday night, the fact I am so glad the NFL flexed this. Sunday night, I'm looking forward to Minnesota, Detroit. I want all of that game in Dynasty fantasy. I want everything of that game in fantasy.
Minnesota, Detroit. They play each other this
They
weekend?
They flex that game. It's the last game of the season.
Of course they flex that game. Why wouldn't
Sunday
they?
night, winner gets
That's
a
the
bye.
Yeah, right? That's the game. That's a playoff game.
Yeah, winner gets a bye. Loser's number 5 seed and plays Tampa Bay. Dude, I want everything. I want all
Ooh.
fantasy of that game.
Let's
I
talk
want
about that game for a second.
Yes, I want everybody.
Let's skip the cool playoff game that we got this weekend. I want to talk about Tampa and who doesn't want to play Tampa. I don't think either of those fucking
Nobody.
teams want to play fucking Tampa.
Eagles.
Especially Detroit, because if Detroit loses and they're banged up and they don't have a lot of players and they go in and they fucking have to play Tampa Bay at Tampa Bay,
Eagles and Detroit already
might
lost to
lose
Tampa
that
Bay.
I would say they lose that game.
They already lost to them this year.
I agree. Well, not agree, but I know. I'm just saying I think Tampa wins that game. And we've been talking about Detroit being the best team
Dude, what's
in
funny
the
is
NFC for how long?
if you look at our map back here, I have Minnesota at 1, Detroit at 5. I didn't pick this map. I didn't pick this bracket, but how weird foreshadowing is that?
For what? I'm sorry, I skipped the first part of what you said.
I got Minnesota at 1, Detroit at 5.
Right now?
If
think-
you look at our YouTube, if you look at our show, Minnesota's at 1, Detroit's at 5. And I don't think that's how it's going to happen. How did Minnesota become so sneakily good?
I don't want to say it was sneakily. I think everybody just didn't believe in Sam Darnold.
Talk about
They didn't believe in JJ McCarthy.
fantasy-wise, Minnesota's defense has been one of the best fantasy starts of the year.
A lot of their players have been startable in IDP. I
Yeah.
think it comes down to coaching. He's got to win Coach of the Year.
All right, so we know that.
Has to be, right?
That
Like,
Sunday night game, I am excited about. I'm going to put so many goddamn bets on that game. I am all the overs. That game I love. I take the over. I take everything. I think that game is going to be.
Yeah, if you're in daily
Fucking
fantasy, you
ridiculous.
get as many of those players as you can.
If you like football, you're going to fluff yourself, pour yourself a drink, sit down and watch that fucking game because we're getting.
I'm gonna jerk
snowstorm.
off at halftime. Just
I'm
so I
going to
can clear-
jerk off
I
every single
I need
touchdown.
I need a nut clarity on that one.
No, but I want everything about that game. Everything.
I
About
might
that
jerk
game.
off before and at halftime. That way I can stay unbiased.
And we're
the whole
supposed to
time.
get snow in this northeast, so we might not work Monday. I'm gonna get fucking lit for that game.
Oh, I'm working Monday.
All right, now you're not working Monday. Let's work down the scale here. So
We're not working Monday. I'm getting drunk and we're getting on here
look
for
at it.
no
You got
reason.
that Atlanta clinches the NFC South if they win and Tampa Bay loses. Tampa Bay clinches the NFC South if they win and Atlanta loses. So both those teams got to play.
No, I'm with it.
So if you look at, did you just take a picture of yourself? Did you take it
No, I'm taking a picture of you. I'm just trying to do it without you. Fuck, you saw.
without me noticing? You're on camera, bro. So the Falcons, here's the difference is the Falcons play the Panthers. So they're probably going to win. And the The Bucks play the Saints.
Panthers aren't. If the Panthers, the Giants, the Vegas Raiders, the fucking
And the Saints.
anybody who has early picks wins a football game, why?
Okay, so timeout. How funny is it that Atlanta and Tampa Bay both need to win to make that last spot, and Tampa Bay plays the Saints, and Atlanta plays the Panthers? Like, could it be set up for two more better fuck you games? Honestly, this could be one of the best Week 18s I've seen in a while. There's a lot of fuck you games that I'm excited about.
You're right. There is a lot of games where it's like,
It's like, who the fuck cares? But it's great. All right. Let's get into the pick'ems, man.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about this.
Do we want to talk about this? Taylor, are you still in here? Because if you're in here.
Can you put this up on the fucking... I mean, at least for the recording, it would look good. I know there's nobody but Taylor in here.
I don't know if I can, but let me see if I can. I don't think I can. Taylor, if you're in here, holler at your homeboy.
Fucking deadlocked even, right? No, he's not in here. It's just us two.
How could? Okay.
We lost all our guys. They must have lost in their fantasy playoffs and stopped.
Oh, people, yeah. It's at this point, people. This is an episode before the off-season episodes.
I guess we're just gonna have to make episodes of us going to bars and fighting people.
How the fuck does this happen, though? Like, hold on, I'm gonna find it. How do we
I can see
end
through
up
my glass.
dead fucking nuts through 17 weeks? 956.21, and I've kept it all. Like,
You know what they say, right? Great minds think alike.
That's true. So through
That's 17 weeks of football, and we are
deadlocked
the 100th
at
point.
956.21.
That's insane. To the 100th point.
Yeah, like, that's weird. Like, I almost don't want to play this week. But how does that
That's
happen?
insane. To the 100th point.
I wish
2-1.
I wish we could go back through. I'm gonna text Taylor real quick, dude. You should see.
I'm just like flabbergasted at that. Like, I've heard of like people tying after like, you know, a single matchup. Like, that's rare in itself. A single week people match up points, right? You and I have gone pick for 17 weeks, and we are deadlocked to the 100th point.
So I did it.
What? That is insane.
Side note, the chat team did beat us both, so we should do a shot. Fuck you, chat team. We're not going to have a chat team today because it's off season. People don't fucking care. But
yeah, clearly we need better ideas besides fantasy football.
well, week 18, nobody cares. But we're going to promote. We're going to start.
Well, fantasy football's over. I get it.
Yeah, so we're going to start promoting off-season episodes. But anyway. Good fucking goddamn.
I know. I just
I watched yours. You had 913.51, and you had Love for 15.2, Ford 3.4. Brian Thomas
him
Jr.
getting hurt is why we're tied. You fucker. He started off so good.
Brian Thomas Jr. 24.1. I'm like, okay, 42.7. I added it 956.21. I'm like, great. Oh shit, I have a chance because I know my guys did good. All right, Stafford 10.36.
You got lucky.
Fuck that bitch. I can't wait to clip this episode.
I mean, he's pretty, but
We're gonna clip this episode like a motherfucker. Bucky Irving, 27, flat. Hill, 19.5. I'm like, 56.86. I'm
I'm
like, oh
glad you
shit.
took Bucky last week because I'm taking him this week.
And I'm like, oh, you know what? Shit, like, this might be close. I might be getting close to catching him. And I added him up, and it was 956.21.
How many times did you add them up though? Like, did you like sit there and be like, that can't be right?
Dude, this week, 3 times. 3 times I went through.
Yeah,
I went
bet.
through. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
And I trust your math skills. That's definitely something
Well, it's
I
all
don't
on the
doubt.
iPad. Like everything's.
Well, even if you had it written down somewhere, I figured you'd get the right answer.
I even told Kendrick. Kendrick was like, "Are you fucking serious?
That's wild, right? Like
Like
if
we're
we were
seven.
big, if imagine if we were a popular stream right now, this would be viral
Yeah.
because they'd be like, "Who's winning?
Fuck you
this
for not
matchup?
making us
Who's
viral."
get-
That was
who's
me.
getting the fucking tattoo?" I almost just knocked this thing off my fucking wall.
Did you just take a picture down?
No,
Is Hillary still awake? Did
I
she
just
watch
turned my
you?
kids.
Did you just throw that at your wife?
No, she's asleep. I think.
But in all
hope.
seriousness, like the fact that that happened, like 2 years from now when we are like a legit show and we got hundreds of watchers, like
Yeah, we're
that's
back to hospital walls.
you are that's what transpired is so weird that we are dead nuts. Like this week means more than anything, and I outscored
You realize
I outscored
we're-
you. I get to pick first.
that's fine because you can't pick any. Like all the guys that I'm gonna pick, I think you've either already picked or like it doesn't matter. You're not gonna pick.
Or do we both just get tattoos?
Well, I just made a bet with my wife that if I get a tattoo of Bo Nix somewhere, that she gets to pick another tattoo that I have to get as well.
Wait, I'm not making you get a Bo Nix tattoo.
I know, but that's what she thinks.
Booze balling. So you want to go?
Well, yeah,
for
that's what I
this.
said. I said it's booze ballin', and Bo.
Oh yeah, there's a bow in there. Like it's gonna be like a little bo somewhere because it's gotta be like.
Well, because I talked a lot of shit on that man early,
And I was in love with that man.
I know you were. Clearly, I didn't watch enough of him in college to know because
Like
I just thought at the fucking pick that we got him, I just was like, there's no way, right? Like, there's no way that 5 other quarterbacks go off the board or 4 other quarterbacks, whatever it was. And all of these other teams just didn't see this guy. Like, what the fuck? How is that possible?
So
and now
wait,
we're
so-
going
so-
into a draft where there's like no quarterbacks besides
So
maybe Ewers. Ewers looked good, by the way, but
Explain the bet that you got made with her.
so if I lose to you and I get obviously I'm getting it, but the booze ballin' and bow tattoo or whatever the fuck we decide on. I don't
I'm
even
gonna be
know if we
nice
decide.
about it. I want to. I'm
Yeah,
kind of.
you get to design it, but
Yeah, but I want to lose. I want the tattoo. Like I'm
And
not gonna lie.
so it's like, but if I lose and I have to get that tattoo, then she gets to pick and put whatever tattoo she wants. Anyway,
Okay, so I wanted
as
to.
long as it's not her name, because I'm not dealing.
I
with that shit.
legitimately considered losing this week to get the tattoo because I felt bad that was your first tattoo, and I'm like, I'll get it wherever
Because she wants me to get tats,
because
and
I'm
I've always been like,
covered.
yeah, she's been wanting me. I've wanted them. I don't know why I've never gotten any. To be honest
All
with
right,
you.
I promise you this, Dustin. If I win, you will like your tattoo.
All I have to say is I'm nervous because I'm one of those guys who likes pain. So I'm feeling
You're
like
afraid you're gonna get a boner?
that I'm definitely coming in my pants.
Oh,
but
fear erections are the best.
Having said that, I'm nervous that I'm gonna like it too much. And next thing you know, I'm just gonna be covered in tats. and then I'm gonna gain like 400
That's why people
pounds,
move to
and I'm just
Thailand.
gonna be this fat dude sitting here like this with big old titties. Like, see this? It's gonna be titties that hold shit, right?
I'm not.
And I'm gonna have this whiskey glass right on my fucking, like, in between my titties. You know, hold it
Justin,
with no hands.
you don't have to be fat to be covered in tattoos.
I know that.
I'm in shape and I'm covered in tattoos.
I think that was more of a like self want than anything.
No, I'm excited for you to get tattoos. I want you to be part of the group. Let's
Okay.
do the pick'em.
And I'll tell you how I feel about it.
Unless we call it a tie, you tell her you lost, and we both do it.
All right. Who's your QB? I'm not bitching out. Fuck you. You ran the beer mile. I'm not bitching out. If I lose, I'm fucking doing it.
Oh, we're filming it. I'm gonna be pissed because I
There's no-
kind of want to get one.
There is no bitching out on this end.
Is it weird if
I
I
hope you know that.
also get one just out of want?
We could get matching. And if that's the case, why are we doing a pick'em? We should just do a booze ball and tattoo. And I'll
Because
get
yours is
little...
gonna have bow. Mine is not gonna have bow.
All right. If I lose, you get to determine how big the bow is that you put on me.
All right, I'll get one
Or
with you.
you get to pick it. You get to do whatever you want.
I'll get our B squared somewhere on my body. All
I
right.
think you just want that because that's. I mean, it's becoming a thing. People know that.
No, you
We're
get
just-
your tattoo, but I'm gonna put somewhere in. No, I'll probably put it in here. I'll put a B squared in here somewhere. All right, my quarterback.
I will.
Say
I
it.
might regret this. I want to go through with the penis tattoo if he wins the Super Bowl, though. If the Broncos win the Super Bowl,
You heard it here first. We are tattooing Dustin's penis if the Broncos win the Super Bowl.
and I don't think they're going to be able to be capable of putting his face on the tip of my dick, though.
Like, because they can't do micro realism.
I just don't know if I know anybody that's talented enough to do that
Dude, I got guys that can do it for you.
in that small of a region.
God damn it. All right, hold on. Let me pull up real quick. So I got first pick. Like, this is important to me.
Do I have to
now.
get hard for this? Like, what happens if it tingles and I get hard during it? Like, it's gonna change the way they fucking draw on it.
You have to warn them. You have to be like, hey, it's coming. Because
Dude,
you
you
want them to
realize
pull
there's
back.
no
You
way-
want them to pull back on the needle. All right.
You realize I'd have to pull a Dak Prescott to get that pulled off. There's no way. You can't tattoo. That's the most sensitive area. There's no way. There's no way. I wouldn't.
I haven't
wouldn't last
tattooed
a
my
second.
dick, but I would tattoo my dick just to see what it feels like. All right. Let's.
I don't even have a single tattoo, so I don't even have a fucking clue.
I'm going
what
Sam
that would
Darnold
be.
for my tattoo. I'm my quarterback.
Fuck you. Good, because I'm taking Jared Goff, bitch.
Do you have golf, you motherfucker?
Yes, I do. I know I do. I ain't taking that
Yeah,
bitch.
you do. You do. You do. Hold on. Give me a second to write this shit down. You're pissing off the
The only
neighbor.
reason I took Jared Goff is because it makes even better for that game.
No. Because you know. So I'm going. Also, my handwriting is ridiculous.
Well, no, because I was also thinking about going Baker Mayfield, but I think I've taken him already. Have I taken Baker? I don't think I took Baker. Fuck. got fucked up.
Hold on. We can go
I
back.
think I took Baker. I'm pretty sure I took Baker. I had.
Yeah,
to
you took
take
Baker 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
All right, so
Perfect.
now we're on to running back. Honestly, I should not trust my own handwriting right now, but this is called Scribble McFuck
It's
you.
okay. You already know my running back.
I'm glad that you tried to see what your pen tastes like. Wait, I already know your running back?
It's just tobacco. Yeah, I already told you.
Oh, you
Bucky
going
Irving.
Bucky Irving? Are you going Bucky Irving?
Yeah, why wouldn't I go Bucky Irving this week? Against Carolina? Dude's gonna have like
I don't think they're playing him, but okay. No, I mean I'm not saying that I know that for a fact. I'm saying
Everything says he's playing. They have to win. They have to win to get in, right? If they lose, somebody could take their spot.
no, they
You
do
just
not have to win to get in. And I hate that I'm telling you this.
you just got done saying that like 45 minutes ago.
No.
I'm
I
almost.
said
I'm gonna have to watch the tape back now.
that
I'm almost
Atlanta
positive.
win, Tampa Bay loss. Yeah, okay, they got to win. You're right.
So if they win, it doesn't matter if they win, right? So they're going to be trying not to lose, so they don't lose their fucking spot,
I
right?
fine. I like the Bucky Irving pick, you son of a bitch.
That means they gotta fucking play their guys.
All right, you know what?
AKA,
Then I'm gonna
if
go
I have
against
Mike
you,
Ev,
and I'm gonna take Bijan Robinson.
perfect. Thank you. I'm glad.
Dude, are we
Because
gonna go
Atlanta
back?
ain't playing for shit. Tyler Algier all day.
Dude, no, it's Atlanta clinches if they win and Tampa Bay loses. Tampa Bay clinches if they win and Atlanta loses. This is the best. Oh, you know what? Fuck you.
I know, dude. Whatever.
So are we doing this shit on? Are we doing this shit on?
This is my second or third unneat, and I don't drink it unneat. So, or wait, no, this
Unneat.
is neat. This is neat. Sorry, I've
All
been
right,
drinking.
so I'm up on wide receiver.
Yeah, it's what
I'm
Sam
gonna
Darnold versus fucking Jared Goff.
I'm gonna
and
take
Bijan versus
my guy,
Bucky Irving.
the man I pray to, my God, because I'm not afraid of the shade, and I love the sun. I'm on Ross St. Brown.
He ain't doing shit this week.
Dude, I love that this is legit tied. Like, this is the only week that matters. Of all the other weeks, this is the only week that matters. And nobody's watching, so fuck you. We don't care. We're playing games
All right.
here. You know who you could
Have I
take.
taken Mike Evans?
I don't think you have. Let me look. You did. You took Mike Evans.
All right.
I don't want to do it, but I could tell you who you didn't take.
Can you tell me? Because I don't know. I really don't. And you want the tattoo.
I think we both get a tattoo regardless. The fact that it's tied at this point, we both have to get something. Right?
I agree with that. But the winner of this week gets to have. We have to incentivize it a
The
little bit.
winner designs it and gets to pick a little extra for the loser.
Right, exactly.
All right,
I
we
agree.
doing that?
Yes,
Deal? We
yes.
All right, so we're
Agree.
tied at 17. Deal.
So we want a badass tattoo that the winner gets to alter a little bit.
All right, so we're both
For
getting
the loser.
tattoos, but the winner gets to alter the loser's tattoo a little bit.
Agreed.
Deal. Fist it. Fist my camera. Fist your camera. That's a weird fist. If I were you,
I'm hard right now, so
I would take Justin Jefferson if I were you.
I already took Justin Jefferson.
No, you didn't.
I haven't taken Justin. All right, dude, hold on a second. Are you sure?
He's not crossed off on your list.
Can you look on your iPad?
I'll look, but I don't think you
Because
took...
I'm almost positive I've taken him. All right, he's my pick. Yeah, absolutely. Because they're still trying to play for the number 1 seed.
No, because
I could take Jordan Addison too. I think. I don't think I've taken him either. That actually isn't a bad pick either.
You took Mike Evans back in week 7 here. Dude, you didn't take either, so
Yeah, give me Jefferson then if I haven't taken either. If I haven't taken Justin Jefferson, then just give him to me. Because that'll at least cancel out your Amon.
I just want you to understand that I just gave that gift to you.
Well, I mean,
because you're lack
did a good
of
job
preparedness.
It's not preparedness. It's the fact that you got the list of who I've taken so far.
I offered you to take it home every goddamn week.
And how would that help me?
Because it would be in your possession right now.
When you could just tell me.
Oh, shit, you did use Jefferson in week 3. I'm kidding. You didn't. You want Jefferson? I don't know why I fucking told you that. Because I like tattoos. All right, you want
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, are you fucking with me? Did I take him or not?
No. All right, Jefferson is yours.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna go Quentin Johnson to replace him, but I'm just kidding.
All
Yeah,
right,
give me
so it is
Jefferson.
Goff, Bucky Irving, and Jefferson against Darnold, Bijan, and Amon-Ra Saint fucking Sun God.
What happens if we tie? Like a legit. Somehow we fucking tie. Like,
Then you and I design a dope ass booze and ballin' tattoo that we both get.
and then get it on our ball sack. Deal.
No.
Oh.
Not our ball sack, Justin. No.
Well, what else is gonna go viral? Because clearly we need viewers. Because I think we're the only
Dude,
two in here.
no. Us getting tattoos is gonna go viral.
Why? People get tattoos every day.
Yeah, but they don't film it. They don't film the whole fucking thing.
I mean, I'm pretty sure tattoo artists do that and post them on their fucking pages every single day. It's got to be penis or nothing.
I'm not getting a booze and ballin' tattoo on my dick, but I will get $100 bill on my short dick. No, I'll get a $100 bill on my dick hard, and then I want it to crunch down to be a $1 bill when I'm soft. So, but look, I'm every if my wife doesn't want to have sex, I'm like, look, I'm earning you money.
That is a beautiful. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
It's beautiful. All right.
I want a $2 bill on my cock.
Like you never see him.
Doesn't ever unravel. It just stays in your wallet.
All right, we
keep
got
that
some good
shit.
football. Nobody's watching. We don't fucking care.
I know, right? See, that's where we need to figure out some more off-season stuff because, like, once we lose that fantasy flair, like we had people in here, we had 6, 7, 8 guys in here at one time, and now all of a sudden the season's over.
What
It's
are you
like,
grabbing
boom.
at?
What?
No, I know our off season's gonna be dope. I think. All right, let's end this, and then we're gonna talk. Also, fuck the fact that we're tied. Go Bo Nix, be my bitch. I fucking love you.
Go Bo Nix is fucking right.
I fucking love Bo and Bukanuka.
Bukanuga.